Well, today I'm making honey butter chicken biscuits, and they are so delicious, and I'm making them kind of in a simplified way. Let me show you how to do it. Well, I'm going to use some frozen chicken breasts that are already, ready to go. All I have to do is heat them up rather than trying to deep fry my own. And these are perfectly good, and I'm just going to pop these into the air fryer and get these going at about 370 degrees for around 15 minutes. And while those are cooking, I'm going to butter the pan that I'm going to bake my biscuits in. And of course I'm going to make homemade biscuits. And what I have here is a dish or a bowl with 1.5 cups of self-rising flour, and I'm grating in about 3 tablespoons of cold butter, and it's salted butter. And then I want to stir in and separate all those pieces of butter into the flour like this. Very simple. Hey, I appreciate you watching my videos, of course. And then I'm going to make a little well, and into the 1.5 cups of flour, I'm going to put almost 3/4 of a cup of milk. And then stir that gently, taking your time, not in any kind of hurry. You want to give the flour time to absorb the milk. And it's at this time you have to look at the mixture, the dough, and you'll see that it's either a little on the dry side or a little on the wet side. And if it's on the dry side, then that's fine. You'll just put that out on your board and work it from there. But if it's a little on the wet side, like this is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's really wet. So that means I'm going to put some extra flour onto my board to work the dough. And it's really a good thing to show you how to do this. And so with extra wet dough, you just put some flour on the board, your working board or your counter, and you're going to allow that to help you bring those biscuits or bring that biscuit dough to the right consistency as you work it in. And the trick is you have to be gentle and not overwork it. So you see I've begun to kind of roll that or move it around in that flour, kind of the way you would to make a snowball, the way you roll it in the snow. Well, you just roll it in the flour and you begin to gently press it, and the wet dough will pick up some of that flour, and you just gently work it and press it and fold it over, and it will pick up the amount of flour that it wants to pick up. Once it gets dry enough where it won't pick up flour, then it's just the way you want it. So you just work it this way. It's so simple. The number one problem is that people have is that they overwork their biscuit dough, and it makes tough biscuits. So now I'm kind of making this into a shape to allow me to cut 2 large biscuits, large enough to put the chicken breasts on. And so I'm going to use the biscuit cutter to kind of measure, and that's just large enough. I can get 2 out of this, and then have some left over, of course. But the first 2 I want to cut out, and I'm making these kind of thin. I normally make really thick biscuits, but I want these to be a little on the thinner side. I think that's the way they do it at Whataburger. I don't know. So put those on the baking dish, and I'll make an extra large biscuit out of what's left. But you see, these are ready to go, but I'm going to put them in the refrigerator right now. And while the chicken is still cooking, I'm going to mix up a simplified version of the honey butter. Now you can put the honey in a pan and heat the honey, and then slowly add the butter. And that's probably the best way to do it, but this is the fastest way to do it. I have room temperature butter, and I just get a whisk and I whisk it together until it kind of comes together. And this isn't as fancy as doing it in a pot, in a saucepan, but this works just fine. And so now I'm going to add the biscuits into the air fryer while the chicken continues to cook. But I need to make room for the biscuits and the chicken. So I'll put the biscuits on top, and I'm going to flip these chicken cutlets or breasts over, and now I'm going to put those in beneath the biscuits. And so by the time the biscuits are done, the chicken should be ready as well. So now everything's done. It's been about 15 minutes, 20 minutes total. I've been cooking at 370 degrees. Pull the chicken out, it's ready, and the biscuits are ready. They're a little on the thin side, but that's what I wanted, not the real thick ones. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these so it's pretty even instead of trying to pull them apart. And then once I get these cut, they're almost ready. So I'll pull a plate out, and I've placed the bowl with the honey and the butter into the warm oven. The oven's off, but the little toaster oven is still warm, and that allows it to melt. So I'll just put these chicken breasts on the biscuit, and now that butter is melted, and all we have to do is just pour it on to the chicken and the biscuits. And this is what it looks like. So simple and so delicious. How much honey butter do you like? Oh, this just makes it. And it's really that simple. This is really all they use, nothing else, just the honey butter and the chicken and the biscuits. Want to put some on both sides of that biscuit and that chicken, and that's it. Just put it together, and this is what it looks like. Wonderful honey butter chicken biscuit. Fantastic. If you've never tried these, I want to encourage you to give these a try. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.